Hello, everyone. I just wanted to jump on and comment on the Bank of Canada's 1% rate hike to the overnight rate that they put in place yesterday. If first, a quick ask, I would really greatly appreciate your support. Support in this case is an algorithm. That algorithm is like and subscribe. So if you're able to do that, that would be tremendously helpful for our channel and for our ability to continue providing you guys with, hopefully valuable content in the real estate space. So back to the rate hike. A 1% interest rate hike on the overnight rate. What does that mean to you? Well, that really depends. It might have a really dramatic impact on you, and it might have no impact whatsoever. I'll say this, if you're in a variable rate mortgage, your rate just went up a percentage point, and that can be a very dramatic impact depending on the size of your mortgage. So that could be very impactful on your monthly outlay. If you have a fixed mortgage, this means nothing to you currently. However, when you do come to renew, this could impact your rate at that point. If you're a first-time home buyer, this is quite impactful. What ends up happening with the rate hike, as you all know, we have a stress test in Canada. So not only are we now hovering around a 5% fixed rate, closer to 4 on a variable, but you have to qualify 2% above the current rates. So 4 months ago we were at 0.5% on the Bank of Canada overnight rate, and now we're at 2.5%. So there's a very big impact on your ability on your affordability essentially, and on what you can get a mortgage for. So if you've got a pre-approval in hand, it's time to act as far as I'm concerned, because you've got a locked in rate. So it'll be interesting to see how this flows out, but I think it's fair to say the federal government is trying to put pressure on this inflationary period we're in. We have seen reductions in the real estate prices in Ottawa, probably more moderate than we do in many other markets. That's typical of Ottawa. But there's no doubt that this puts downwards pressure on real estate prices. Now, does that mean it's a good time to get out of the market or get in the market, or what does that mean? And again, I would say it depends, and linked in this video, just reach out if you'd like to talk. We've got a buyer consultation, a seller consultation, a discovery consultation, whatever you need, we're happy to provide. But it really depends. I can say this, real estate is a long play, and it always does well. We are in a period where prices are going to, contract a little bit. That makes it appealing in a lot of cases, especially if you're a cash buyer. But the truth be told, the affordability is coming out. So it's not really one of these markets where, hey, I think I'll just wait through and see what happens, because as the interest rates rise, we're losing purchasing power quicker than prices are dropping. So in other words, you're backwards by waiting, in many cases. And if you really look at the big picture, these rates are still very appealing. If you look over a long period of time, they're still in a very accessible point. And, we are going to see some more rate hikes, I'm quite sure. I think we kind of front loaded with 1%. We're going to see smaller rate hikes probably again in September and maybe beyond that. Bank of Canada has kind of indicated they're thinking they need to go to 3-ish%. We're at 2.5% currently, to quell some of this inflation. So, I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you this is probably not the end of it, and it probably impacts pricing. But again, we really have to dig into micro markets and your micro situation to understand the impact. Sellers, there's still more money in the market than there ever has been historically. It makes it a pretty decent time to sell. It's not as good as it was in March in Ottawa, but it's a hell of a good time to sell. Buyers, pre-approval in hand, probably better to get in sooner than later. You've had a little bit of a respite in price. There's some options, there's some inventory to choose from. And again, look at the affordability when that pre-approval wipes out. First-time buyers, I feel for you. If you don't have a pre-approval in hand, you're facing a higher rate than you were. You're facing a smaller budget than you would have had a couple months ago in a market where prices have driven up quite dramatically. But hey, listen, we are here. We're here to help, and reach out at your leisure, and connect with us, and we'll walk you through your situation and try and offer you a hand. But in summary, what am I going to tell you? I see some more downwards pressure on prices in the short term. I expect some more rate increases, however, probably, you know, in the 0.25 to 0.50 range. And in the famous words of Benjamin Tal, the chief economist for Scotiabank, I just hope we're not moving so quickly that we're going to, you know, essentially incite a recession in our economy. So let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope someone has got a clear view on what they're doing. I know many of you are smirking right now. And let's see what unfolds as we move forward. Take good care, and we'll bring you the next update when we have something worthy to share. Bye for now.